So hello, Happy New Year, welcome to TrashedWorld bulletin number 7. It's a bulletin actually which is full of small but very significant events that we're reporting back on. First and foremost, TrashedWorld was invited to attend and present at the Association for Science Education conference in Liverpool in the first week of January, and there we had a workshop on TrashedWorld. We had a panel discussion that we contributed to on communication in science education, and we had exhibition space for the duration of the conference. 2,500 science teachers, some of whom were from all over the world. And there are some items of follow-up to that conference that will be really quite important for TrashedWorld, such as meetings for writing resources with science educators to expand our programme content further, so keep an eye open for that. Just this week in Plovdiv we had our first Plovdiv Against Plastics meeting, where we screened a bit of the trash documentary and then talked about the issues of what happens to the rubbish if it's not stuck in a landfill or incinerated. Where does it go? And we looked at that and looked at the problems of ocean pollution, and then talked with the interested friends in the group, around about 20, what we could do locally, to change our own behaviours. And interestingly, TrashedWorld looks to be moving beyond secondary schools, because we talked about a recent inquiry from a large international company to do a screening of the documentary in-house, and look at how they may change systems and behaviours within the company. So that's something we'll be looking at expanding as well, offering the documentary and resources outside schools, at universities, at companies, to see what they can do within their institutions to improve management of waste. TrashedWorld is also present in local schools around Plovdiv, and in Prvomai we went to do a presentation to 200 students there, looking at getting them involved in their lessons with TrashedWorld, but also with creating groups of very motivated teenagers, looking at how they can engage the wider community with their behaviour with waste. And so the young people activating their own voice and making use of their presence in the community to get people interested and aware of the waste problems. Looking ahead, we are presenting TrashedWorld at the International Science Festival in Sofia, where we hope to have workshop space, screening time, and discussion as well with visitors to the Science Festival. So keep your eye open for that event. Trashed is also at the Natural Science Museum in Plovdiv, where they've got the documentary and Bulgarian subtitles. So we're hoping to organise events around screening of the documentary in the Science Museum in Plovdiv with education groups, but also visitors to the Science Museum who are interested generally in the natural environment. And last but by no means least, we're looking at setting up a meeting for materials development in Plovdiv in the spring of 2019, when Plovdiv is the European Capital of Culture. So it would be the time to come if you're in education or interested in waste generally, and you're working in an institution that could contribute to materials development. Keep in touch with us, because we'll be bringing people together to develop our programme further in more specific directions of science education and communication for raising awareness into waste. So keep in touch.